Guys, very good evening here, and I would like to welcome Pranav Vijay Varghia today with us. And we, at this point of time, have a very delighted, joyful, and thrilled Pranav with us. And he has cleared this UPSC exam for the year 2020 and scored as many marks that could have fetched him the rank 65. So we have him here with us, and we'll be discussing a lot about what he has done, how he has managed his time, what kept him motivated and inspired all through this while, and finally, what are the challenges that he faced, and how was he able to manage the last minute changes, the requirements with respect to knowledge, the industry that he has put up for this particular exam. So we are going to learn everything from the man himself. Okay, now as a brief note, I need to tell you that Pranav is a tech graduate from IIT Mumbai, having done his mechanical engineering, and he has had his tryst with UPSC, his love with UPSC, and today you can see him all visibly delighted. So, with this very introduction, Pranav, we are going to extend our heartily congratulations for having succeeded in this exam. And so tell us about those first few minutes when you came to know about this feat that you have achieved.
Yes. So basically, it was a drastic change. So somehow I got to know that result is going to become yesterday since the morning. So for the whole day, there was the anxiety was at the next level. The heart was pumping very fast, and I'm constantly looking at the mobile phone. So just a few minutes before the result, the heart was literally beating very fast. But when the result came, the process of watching the list in itself was very scary. So I was confused how to look. Should I do a control F or should I read name by name? But I somehow control F my name, and when I found the name, so it was shocking, delightful, happy. It was everything. So, but in the end, it was very happy moment for me.
Okay, but you are visibly quite calm right now. I can see you have sort of accepted this fact that you have cleared this exam. It's time for you to enjoy your life, right?
Yeah, so the biggest relief is that now I do not have to participate in the cycle. So I have got what I wanted in this attempt. So that has given me a calmness and happiness at the same time. So yes.
Great, great. Okay, amazing. This one thing, tell me, like many people, those who go to go online and try and search for their names, and if they find their name over there, like how did you? I mean, who was the first person you called after?
So I was living with my family. So my mother and father was also in the same room. So I shared the news with them the first time. So yes, they were the first people
First one to know about it.
yes.
So life has changed. Do you experience some change in the life right now?
The result has been declared just yesterday. So, but yeah, everyone is happy, everyone is proud, everyone is congratulating that the journey which started long back has now come to an end. So there's a sense of content, happiness, and satisfaction which I can witness in all the people who are associated with me.
Okay, great.
That is
So,
the change I would say.
lovely to be part of this, joyful moment that you are experiencing right now. It's all about being in that moment, right? So now you have time, you can stay in this moment, experience this joy. You're out of this UPSC competition now. You're an IAS officer, going to be an IAS officer. So great. So let us just try to learn from you and ask you briefly about like how your journey has been with respect to this exam. Like you were a tech graduate from IIT Mumbai, you've done your mechanical engineering. Certainly, people slog their life to get into IITs only, right? But after having completed this IIT mechanical engineering from one of the best IITs in the country, then you decided for UPSC civil services. Could you just tell me a little bit in briefly, like what happened to you, why you decided for this?
Yes. So basically, the biggest thing which gave me the clarity to pursue civil services is I did a fellowship with the government of Haryana, which was named as CMGGA, Chief Minister's Good Governance Associate, where I worked for 1 year with the district administration. So it told me about the possibilities that are possible in terms of work by working as a deputy collector. So that inspired me to prepare for the civil services. And after that, I had given 3 attempts. In the first 2 attempts, unfortunately, I could not clear prelims. So that was a test of patience. But luckily, in this attempt, everything followed in line. And fortunately, I was able to get through the process.
Great, Pranav, but this would certainly be an inspiration for many, those who find it very difficult to clear the prelims, and then all of a sudden come in the elite list, right? So you are one such example who could probably tell more about what strategy to follow, probably what not to do rather than what to do, right? So do you have certain things in mind that you did differently for this exam while preparing for it, that you did differently over the last couple of years? And this year you've mastered that thing and you cleared it. Do you have those certain 2 3 points maybe?
Yes, I have one major inference which I can share. So in the first 2 attempts, I focused more on the content part. So I was always feeling a fear of missing out, that I'm missing this content, I'm missing this content. So I was always looking to read more, to gain more knowledge, and I was trying to do that. I should be able to know everything so that there is no scope to make a mistake or skip a question. In the first 2 attempts, I followed this strategy. But unfortunately, this burdened my mind and restricted myself to think critically or to think freely. So in this attempt, I realized that in the previous 2 attempts, I have tried to following the strategy of knowing everything, reading everything, which has not worked out. So in this attempt, let's trust our mind, let's trust ourselves that we would be able to use our presence of mind in the paper, and we had already enough information and knowledge which is required by the exam. So I tried to keep on telling myself that you need to trust yourself, you need to give flexibility to your mind to think rationally in the moment.
Okay.
So it was just a slight change of mindset to tell myself that okay, you can be a little more confident, you can trust yourself a little more. You have done what is required in the first attempt, so that helped.
So what you're saying, I can infer that you're talking about self-belief over than this constant search for more information, new books, new information, new content. So this hunger for new information should not be that much important. Should be probably relegated to backseat, and then you should trust yourself. Like you have got enough information for this exam. You've got enough exposure. You've done enough hard work for it as well. So you need to trust yourself rather than always constantly thinking and munching over what you're missing out. So this is what you say that psychologically it helped you a lot.
Yes, exactly. So basically, the first stage is to define the content. Okay, I'm going to do this much. After doing that, then comes the trust part. I decided my sphere of knowledge which I am going to pursue. I have completed that. Now, no matter what the other aspirants are doing, my goal is fulfilled. Now comes the application part. And now comes the trust and confidence part. So
Great.
that mindset helps in this.
That's real insight into what probably would work for most of the others, those who are looking at this exam from the perspective of becoming a perfectionist, completing everything before they would appear for this exam. Okay, so now among other challenges as you've mentioned so far, what are the main challenges that you encountered? You've not just cleared this exam from prelims perspective. You have cleared all the 3 levels, right? All the 3 stages. Which stage you found very difficult? And if I may ask that, what was the main challenge and hurdle that you faced throughout this preparation process, and you managed to overcome that? So specifically, one challenge that you can think of.
Yeah, so this is unconventional for myself that I found prelims as the most challenging part. And the main reason was that in the first 2 attempts, I was not able to decode why, after putting all the efforts, am I not able to clear. So I was not able to decode because if had I known what is the problem, I would have worked. But I
Yeah.
was worried more that I'm not able to find the cause itself. So how would I work on it? But fortunately, after having conversations with my friends, uh, I got to find the problem. And once I found, then I worked on it. But yes, the main problem was to, to be able to find what is the problem and why am I
Okay.
not
With
able to
respect to prelims.
clear the film. Yes.
Okay. What worked, so well for you in the mains that you were able to clear it in one go? Many people, after having clearing this particular prelims, the first stage, they flunk in the second one, then finally a third one. So you've got this particular route in second and third very clear. What made this second and third phase so easy for you? What made it?
Yeah, for that also there are multiple reasons. So first is as I was not able to clear film, so I was able to dedicate more time and groundwork for the preparation of mains. So I had already set up the base. Then when I was doing the preparation, I was doing it in a group, which improved my efficiency. Then I took Civils Daily Test Series, which also helped in telling me my strengths and weaknesses and how could I maximize the marks. So the combination of all these helped in getting
Okay, okay. Okay, so you mentioned about this test series for mains purpose. Specifically, test series for mains purpose. What was the area that you were focusing more? How you kept yourself motivated for this examination throughout? Because mains may, when you are not clearing prelims for the first two times, you are investing too much into mains in that case, right? So how you structured your time, how and how good did you find the assessment and evaluation that helped you?
So one immediately after clearing the film, I kind of analyzed the previous year transcript, came to a conclusion that it is not about performing excellent in one paper, but it is about performing balanced and above average in each and every paper. So first of all, I told myself that no paper is less important than the other. So I need to prepare each and every paper up to a same level of expertise. So that helped in managing time by giving equal attention and equal desired input to each of the papers. Then I took the full length test series of Civil Daily, which also gave me a deadline that I have to finish the syllabus before the date of the exam. So by doing that, I was kind of able to pressurize myself to finish the required syllabus of that paper. And in that pressure, I was able to increase my efficiency and productivity. And because of that, iteratively, I would say that I would be able to finish the syllabus. And finishing the syllabus gave me a lot of confidence.
Okay. Who was your mentor? Who kept asking you to make changes with regard to the answers that you submitted?
Yes, I used to have the conversations with Sajal sir after every mock test. So
Okay.
by having conversation after every test, I was able to see that what all improvements I have made from the previous test and what all more areas in which I have to work more to secure the brownie points, to not give loose points. So again, it was an iterative experience with Sajal sir, which helped.
Great, great. So I'll convey your regards to him. Okay. Now since you've talked about like how what kept you motivated, what inspired you, how CD helped you as well, right? There are many students who are going to appear this examination in the year 2022, right? Those who are aspiring for this UPSC civil service. Now, since you are here, you've cleared this exam, the entire world is behind you now. Tell me what should they do? In fact, tell the aspirants what should they do? What should keep them inspired all throughout? Time management, what should they be focusing really to? So tell a bit of those inspirational stuff from your side.
So I would just say that the each and every aspirant should try to finish the syllabus in its entirety, and not if not in entirety, he should be able to he should feel confident that if any question comes from any of the bullet points of the syllabus, he should be able to answer that bullet point with clarity. And for that, he needs to make small goals. He needs to divide the all four GS papers into smaller sub-components so that there would be a better clarity in terms of how to finish the syllabus. And once the syllabus is completed, I believe that half of the work is done. Then comes the part of implementation. And for that, one needs to practice again confidence and self-belief. So to summarize in 3 words, I would say complete the syllabus. Be very confident. No matter how much you score, be very confident. And in the end, trust yourself. So these are the three important.
Now, if I may just summarize what you have said so far, I can feel that you are saying that this examination is first of all one of keeping nerves, that you have to keep yourself psychologically fit and with that particular thing accepted all the time, that whatever you are doing, that should help you somewhere. So it should never be a contest between what you know and what you don't know. It should rather be a contest between how you perform from what you know. This is more important. And second thing what you said is, it's always important to trust yourself. Keep this motivation going on for this entire duration till the time you are here. So with that, I guess we need to wrap up this small session which we did on such a short notice. Thank you so much, Pranav, for being available for us. We will try to take your expertise with respect to your optionals, plus how you have worked through the syllabus, the time management in much more detail going forward in other set of videos. So I would request you to be available for us and to guide others, those who are appearing for this exam. There are students who have failed this year again, right? So many have not cleared. So for them as well, what we need to do, the book list, the strategies that they need to follow, we'll try and have those information from you as well. So thank you, Pranav. Any last advice? Maybe a one-liner?
Yes, I would again reiterate that do your best by completing the syllabus and then trust that it will pay off in the end.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Pranav, for your time and thank you for being such a good sport. We'll get back to you again and we'll try and get more out of your own. Thank you so much.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update from Civils Daily.